and welcome to a new vlog and video. We are taking a look at days 3 and 4 on board of the Costa Toscana. And here on the map you can see our route today. Day 3 is a day at sea, and on day 4 we are reaching Palermo on Sicily. We are starting with a quite interesting breakfast at the restaurant Crociere, where almost everything is delivered to the table. You have a menu and you actually get all of it, but a few things, for example butter, will not be delivered. You need to get it from a buffet. So it's a quite strange concept and I didn't really get it for breakfast. What was also quite interesting, and the food itself was good. After a buffet lunch I mainly spent a day on my balcony watching the ocean, enjoying the beautiful weather. It was quite beautiful but also pretty windy. I went up to the sun deck once and you will hear it in a second how windy it actually was. I tried to film the islands of Sardinia, but the wind was so strong that it was quite hard to actually film something. And here we can also hear the wind. So I then chose a seat where I at least slightly wind covered for a nice drink, and then I went back to my balcony and enjoyed the beautiful day at sea. Then it was time for the Costa Club show, where you only get an invitation if you're a member of the Costa Club. It is for free to be a member of the Costa Club, and you will get a higher status pretty soon after just a few cruises, so I can recommend being a part of the Costa Club. And then I decided to go to the Ferrari, a restaurant for dinner, where you get nice drinks and a very high quality food. It is a fine dining restaurant, of course it's not included, you need to pay extra, but it's worth it because the food was amazing and I really enjoyed the dinner here in the Ferrari restaurant, so it is 100% recommendable. On the next day I woke up very early in the morning because that was the day where I took the ship tour that you already saw whilst we were approaching the port of Palermo on Sicily, and you already saw on my ship tour that there was a beautiful sunrise during our approach. And of course we're gonna enjoy it again here in this video. It was perfect timing. Just at the moment we were going into the port, the sun was starting to rise and it was a wonderful atmosphere. I was watching it mainly after finishing the ship tour from the skywalk, the Volare skywalk, where you have the best view over the whole ship, and as you can see it was a beautiful sunrise, a magical moment. So I really enjoyed the morning. Even though it was before breakfast and I didn't even had a coffee yet, it was still a very, very nice moment. Most passengers were still sleeping, but as you can see it was worth getting up quite early. We were then docking, and before leaving the ship, of course, it was finally time for breakfast. And during breakfast I was watching the ferries going into the port. Of course there are a lot of ferries to Sicily. Time to leave the ship and discover Palermo. The first impression of Palermo after leaving the ship was not pretty good, because there were so many people trying to sell something, trying to sell a tour, trying to get you to taking their taxi, so it was pretty annoying. And then I turned away from the touristy area, an area that didn't feel so safe, but I went there because I wanted to make a train video, which we'll see in the next video. So first impression was not that good, but when I then actually arrived in the city center it was a complete different impression. It is an incredibly beautiful city with a very nice atmosphere. First few minutes might be not perfect, but it's just the first few hundred meters after the cruise terminal we have all those people trying to sell something. So if you just ignore these few hundred meters and you go into the city center, you will see how beautiful Palermo actually is. A wonderful city with a lot of nice buildings, a few nice shops. Of course there are also a lot of touristy shops, so I would recommend being very careful what you buy, because a lot of things are just for tourists, but there are also souvenir stores that are selling handmade and locally made products, so just be a bit careful. There are so many nice buildings to visit. I spent for sure a few hours in the city center, always discovering new beautiful areas. really loved this park with all those palm trees. I was traveling in February, but it was already warm enough to just walk around in a t-shirt, so that was very nice. I had a very beautiful day here at Palermo. Always finding some beautiful courtyards, some new streets, so it was very nice day. Here we can see the central square of Palermo, called Quattro Canti, the most beautiful buildings. It's where the main shopping streets are meeting, and here we can see the Teatro Massimo, known from the movie The Godfather Part 3. And through this small alley where I also found a nice souvenir store selling local products, I then walked back to the Costa Toscana. Here we can see that the cruise terminal is currently under construction. It's already a nice terminal, but it will be an extremely nice terminal when the pictures that you can see around the constructions become a reality. Here we can see some more ferries, very interesting ships, hopefully also some of them part of upcoming videos. And then we were leaving the port. Here we can see it in a time-lapse. Unfortunately, my camera was doing something weird with the colors, so we have those color changes here in this video, but it was a very nice sail away, and of course we're gonna take a look at it in detail in a second. Here we are leaving Palermo, and we can take another look at this beautiful city from my balcony. So Palermo is a very interesting cruise destination. I really enjoyed my stay in this wonderful city, and I'm pretty sure when you're coming to Palermo you will also enjoy it. Just remember to don't judge too quickly, ignore the first 500 meters where everybody's trying to get you to buy something, and after that it is a beautiful city and you will really enjoy it. And if you take a look at the surrounding landscape, I'm pretty sure that there's also a lot to see around the city of Palermo. For sure there are many nice natural sights on the island of Sicily, so for sure it's worth coming back. Then it was time for dinner, and finally dinner was again how I expected it, with a very nice starter, nice pasta dish with high quality components. Also the main course was very tasty and of a high quality, and that is what I was expecting from Costa, and that is how it was before. Food better than on the MSC ships. On the first days it was the same like on MSC, but now it's much better again, and that's what I was expecting from Costa, because it was like this on my former cruises with them as well. So I was happy that the food quality was finally back at their standard, and that's it for this video. Here you can see when the next one will be uploaded, and the name of the song as always. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video then.